I gotta move the camera back a little bit because this bag is huge. Well, this is the bag I normally carry as my daily carry. This is the PGYTech OneMo 2, and this pretty much carries all of my camera gear, my laptop, all of the accessories and things like that for the stuff I normally do. And most recently, PGYTech just sent me this one here, which is called the OnePro ST. Now this one is geared towards wildlife photographers for the most part because of the lens setup in here. And of course, I am not a wildlife photographer. However, I did want to check it out because the setup in here is pretty cool, especially if you are normally just going out there and you have one long tele lens that you're going to be using. That's kind of what this bag is designed for. And if you are looking for other backpacks from PGYTech that deal, I would say, more with hiking, I did do a video on the PGYTech Flex. That one's really good for holding a ton of camera gear, made for hiking, also has a bunch of the straps on the outside of it. I'll leave a link to the Flex above as well as down below in the video description. Now for this bag, I do want to go through just the main function of the bag. So let's just jump right into the inside of the bag because that's where this main feature is, as well as we'll talk about the backing. Pretty cool, has that air system here, the airframe in the back, and we'll talk about that in a second. Now, why is this bag such a big deal? Well, mainly because of this right here. So if you are a wildlife photographer and you want your gear all set up and ready to go, you don't want to take it out of the bag, have to put the lens on, have to put the hood on. You're the type that wants it all set up, so all you have to do is open the bag, pop open a Velcro slot here, and you can now be ready to shoot without having to assemble your gear while you're out there in the field. Now this setup right here is the A7R V. I have the 200 to 600, and I also have the lens hood already on it. Again, it's mostly for speed and convenience of not having to put your gear into a smaller bag and then having to assemble it while you're on site. Now, as far as size goes, this thing is a 45-liter bag. So it is on the bigger side of the backpacks that I normally carry. Now, as you can see on this side, it's not like your standard camera bag. So you're not going to have all of those dividers that you would normally have to put your accessories and different lenses on here. This really is meant to carry around your single setup. And they do include a couple of large pockets here on the side, which you could technically still put in a lens. You can still put in a secondary body. And at the very top, there is some space. So depending on what body size you have, the Sony bodies normally run a lot smaller than some of the other ones. If you're shooting with something like a Nikon or a Canon, the body themselves are normally bigger. Because of the fact I have so much extra room here, what I normally will do is bring one of these, which is just a camera gear kind of soft cloth, bring a secondary body here at the very top. Right now I have the 24 to 70 on there on my A7S IIIs. And then here on the side pockets, just to give you some context as far as size goes, this is the Pocket 3, the case for the Pocket 3. I can slide that here. Also, I could fit in another lens if I need to. This is just a 24 mil 1.4, and I can fit that easily here with more room. I could probably fit 2 smaller primes here on the side. Now here at the top, we have full padding. We also have a pocket at the very top of this flap where I have a bunch of my cables and some extra straps. Again, this is the 45-liter bag. Then once you close it up, has a nice flat bottom. And what I do like about this one, it has huge side pockets. You can really fit a lot of different tripods here on the side. There's 2 pockets, one on this side, one on this side right here. We have Molle straps at the very top. And what I like about this bag is that because we don't have that many places on the inside of the bag as far as slots go, they have huge side pockets, and there's also a bunch of accessory pockets here on the inside. We have areas for your batteries, your cables down below. We have pockets here. I put my charger, and also a nice big pocket on the side if you want to hold things like this. You got your filter sets. And what's nice about PGYTech is that it also includes a rain cover. I'm glad it does because I feel like any bag that is considered pro bags, they should include a rain cover to put around your gear and protect all of your gear when you're out there in the field. Again, this side is the same. Molle's at top, big pockets here on the inside, and this sleeve technically can hold something like an iPad. Swinging around to the back, and this is where the bag gets very unique. And if you guys have seen my Flex video on the PGY Flex backpack, very similar frame here, the suspension frame on the back. This thing is really nice, especially when you have a lot of gear in here and it's heavy. What this does is that this mesh kind of keeps this thing off of your back. This frame is built to keep the backpack supported more around the edges than it is in the center of your back. And you don't have that sweaty back that you would normally get with all the other bags. And the one thing I like about this one, a little bit more than the other one, is that they have this lower back support. So it does put some pressure there to kind of lift you up. And what's kind of cool is that this frame is adjustable. So if you want it to sit either lower or higher on your back, you can adjust the frame just like this by pulling this Velcro down. And the whole back area you can adjust from small, medium to large. And on the bottom we have a nice thick waist strap, which is also removable. Carry handle here on the top, as well as a pocket right there. And if you wanted to carry something like your jacket or anything loose, you also have all of the webbing in the very front. Now the one thing I did see missing, because I was maybe trying to think, maybe they hid it here on the sides or, you know, some other pockets, is that we do not have a laptop holder. And the one thing I did do was fit my laptop literally right on top of where the camera goes. And this is a full-size 16-inch MacBook Pro, and I lay it there right on top, and I closed it up just like this. And technically it does fit. Now, like I said earlier, if wildlife is not your thing and you're looking for a bag that's this size, maybe a 40 to 45 liter, a bigger backpack to hold a lot more gear if you are out there shooting, maybe going on a hike, make sure you guys check out my other video. It's the PGYTech Flex backpack, as well as my daily carry, which is the OneMo 2. Huge thanks to PGYTech for sending me this bag to test. And of course, if you guys are interested in this one, as well as all the other ones I talked about, I'll do the links down below in the video description. As always, if you guys got some value from this video, a big like would be much appreciated. This is Anastacio with FlytPath.com. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.